Welcome, everybody. Ralph Havens here, autoimmuneanswers.com. And this morning's session, video session for you, Sunday morning, Super Bowl Sunday if you're here in the United States, or worldwide, I suppose. So as you can see, it started snowing last night. There's actually, you probably can't even see them, but there's some deer right there. They're so camouflaged that it's easy not to see them, but there's deer walking around right there. We right up against what's called Department of Natural Resources land up here in the Pacific Northwest, upper northwest corner of Washington State, and then this connects up with the Mount Baker Snoqualmie National Park and Forest and wilderness area, and I'm sure the skiers are very happy about how it's going today. So today I was, you know. As I know you've been, if you've been watching my videos, you know this week has been a lot about vaccines because it's right up on the forefront for us. I'm like, why is this happening in my state? Like, couldn't this be happening somewhere else? But it's hitting close to home because it's the kind of thing that if this one law passes, HB 1638, then families will have to make a decision, like to continue to send kids to schools or to and have them be mandatory vaccinated, or to homeschool them or unschool them, and that might not even be something that sticks around. You know, it might be that even the homeschoolers have to be vaccinated. There's something in New York they're trying to pass where it would be it could be under the rule of law with actual police officers forced if there's determined to be a pandemic. So there's really serious stuff happening right now. And I was, Jen was reading about what happened in California a couple years ago, and a few years ago, and they passed a law for mandatory vaccinations. And so some of the people down there, there was a lot of comments from the Washington people saying, hey, why didn't you guys fight it? And they said, we did. We had like 3 floors of the Capitol building filled up with people. But they had it all set up. They had the people in place, the politicians that were going to pass this no matter what. And even despite all the science, it says, hey, we really should have a choice here. They just put it through. So who knows what's going to happen this Friday when we're in Washington, the Washington State Capitol in Olympia, and we voice our concerns, and having a closed door meeting instead of an open door meeting. So who knows what they'll discuss with the politicians and what they'll decide. But it might be that that there's mandatory vaccination here, and we don't have a choice anymore as a family to decide what's right for your family. So as I was thinking about that, one of my friends who's also big in this, I guess you could call it a fight, a thing to help protect our own kids. She's just wondering, like, Ralph, what are we going to do? Use magic. She's a great musician, use music. What are we going to do? And so I want to tell you a little bit about something what I use when I don't know what to do. When I don't know what to do, and maybe you'll find it useful for whatever you're dealing with, whether it's a health concern or some kind of thing where the family's having a really hard time, or people aren't thriving, or maybe even worse, people are having serious illnesses, unexplained illnesses, and some of them maybe not with us anymore. And you're concerned for the family. If you don't know what to do, this might be useful for you. It's what I use. Years ago, I was in, we had just moved up here, and we had a rental in Bellingham, and we had a beautiful house in San Diego, and we were trying to sell it, make quite a bit of money on it because of the market in San Diego, and it would have set us up just really nicely here in Washington. And we didn't know how to do our life up here. I didn't want to do the insurance model again with physical therapy, and I hadn't done but just a bit of energy work at a distance. It was useful, it was working, but I didn't know how to let people know about it, and the people in Bellingham didn't know about me yet. So I didn't know what to do, but we found this place that we're in right now, and we put an offer in on this place, and contingent on us selling our house in San Diego. And our house wouldn't sell in San Diego, and wouldn't sell, and kept dropping out of escrow. And our realtor down there just didn't understand it because everything was selling in San Diego. And we're like, what is going on? Turns out, I think the universe was telling us, hey, man, there might be a different way to do this. And but we didn't listen. We kept on it. And I remember one night in particular, Jen was getting a haircut, and I was walking back to the co-op with Ben. He was young, 2 years old, and we sat outside the co-op, and this one performer, River, was playing music. Cool dude, long dreads. He's just a cool guy. You wonder how he does his life. He seems to do just fine, and he now owns a sailboat, and he travels around and plays music all over the San Juan Islands up here, and all over the Northwest, and he was playing music. But you wonder, how does he make his money? And so I was sitting there wondering, like, wow, what do I do? And it was a beautiful night, you know, orange and blue and pink sky, and just a perfect temperature. And it was just like, wow, how come our house isn't selling? What do we do? We're running out of money. I don't know what to do. And he was asking me about, you know, what songs I was playing on the guitar, and I was just starting to learn the song. It was actually Hallelujah, Leonard Cohen song. And he's like, what song is that? And so I showed him a few chords. Like I could, you know, I'm not good at all at the guitar, but he wanted to know what I wanted to, you know, was showing him. So then he started playing it, and it was really cool. And then Jen showed up, and we kept forging along, and then we rammed our way through and got into this house. But then it turned into a big ordeal for quite a few years. And but at the moment when I was there, I felt a sense of peace, even though I didn't know what to do. And if I would have known then a technique that I know now, I think I could have saved myself a lot of steps and a lot of grief. And that's what I'm going to tell you about, so that I think it could be a really cool way, so that when you don't know what to do, and you're looking for guidance, you can have something to go really deep. I was doing my meditation, this thing I'm going to tell you about. I do it every morning. I'll do it many times during the day, and it's part of my Enlighten Up class, if you're interested in that. But I was doing it, and I thought, what are we supposed to do here? And I got a really clear answer, and it didn't make sense. It's like, you know, golly, it didn't make sense. It's like, golly, I like Bellingham. I don't want to leave Bellingham. I love Bellingham, the trails, the coffee, the friends, the things to do. It's just like, oh my God, it's so cool. But I was getting this thing. And so this morning I was doing my meditation, and I was getting the same thing, like to leave this home, this place that we've created, and this place that we're in right now, this house and this land. And it's like, golly, but what do I do? And I started to like try to figure stuff out. But then I got another real clear sign that just came in today, and I've seen it before, I've shared it before. It's a movie clip from a movie. It's called Fight Club. It's a very gruesome movie, but Jen and I think it's our favorite movie, and it's the most, it's the movie that goes straight to enlightenment. At least that's how I see it. And Brad Pitt's in it, Ed Norton Jr.'s in it, and I kept getting, stop trying to do something. Just be here. Just be here. This is life right now. This is it. Stop trying to meditate. Stop trying to get away from it. Stop trying to be calm. Stop trying to feel okay. Just go right into whatever that is. This is it. This is the time. And so it's a really funny thing to even talk about it. It's not quite, unless you start to experience it, it doesn't make any sense, you know? But I was doing it, and then with Matrix Energetics, funny stuff shows up. So I get things in symbols and images. And I got the moment when Luke Skywalker was about to try to go blow up the Death Star. And if you don't know that movie, it's the Star Wars movies, but it's like the good against evil kind of thing, the good against the Imperial Empire. And he'd already trained with Yoda, so that 600-year-old or 900-year-old little being that trained him up to be a Jedi Master. And he'd done lots and lots and lots of training, and then he wanted more training, and Yoda said, no, you're ready. And he's like, I don't feel ready. And he said, use the Force. It's funny, use the Force. So there he is, and he's got all this electronics in his jet fighter starship thing that he's using, and all the people on his side are trying to like to get this Death Star to blow up. And it looks hopeless. I mean, the Death Star looks like it's just going to blow up everything. And he gets a message. I feel like it was from Yoda, or it might have been from Obi-Wan Kenobi. But he got this to use the Force and to quit trying to do stuff and use other external means to figure anything out. And so he turned off all of his navigations, all of his stuff in his starship, and he went straight to his internal wisdom. And he let go of trying to do anything, and he felt his way. And you've probably seen this movie. And he shot his shot, and it blew up the Death Star. So as I was thinking of my friend, the musician who we've been working so hard to try to have a choice whether or not we can vaccinate or not, or get to live in the United States or not, I got, just take the first step, Ralph. I'll show you the next step. And so that's what Jen and I are going to do. We're going to take the first step. And this time, instead of trying to like push our way through and think we know what to do and go on fear and then act on fear, we're going to take the first step, and then we're going to trust. And we're going to see what the next step is. So you're welcome to watch, see how it works out. Oh my God, right? One thing that I've noticed is there's the thing that I've been using, and I've been telling you all about it, and I'll give you links if you want to use this meditation. That's not a meditation, but it's a way to go deep into just being right here, right now, and using your own inner guidance. I'll show it to you. And I first learned it from a guy, one of my coaches, and I first got one of his books, and then I got one of his courses, and I started using it, and it was making a big difference. It actually started making a big difference in our money right away. So much that Jen was like, "What are you doing? Because this is really working." You know, people were finding me from all over the world, and all sorts of cool stuff was happening. And so I've been using it every day, numerous times a day, and telling all my clients about it and sharing it. And I'm going to give it to you in case you want to use it. So it'll be in the links. It's ralphhavens.com/enlighten up. And when I told my friend, what do we do? She's like, "What do we do, Ralph? You've got to do something. Do we just use magic at this point, you know?" I told her, use this technique. And she knows it. She's used a lot of my stuff before. So let's use this. And so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go down to the state capitol and be there. And we're going to go with what the next step is. So hope this is useful. Let me know if it is. Let me know what you think. Share it. Please share it. Please share it. Please share this. And then if you're interested in that meditation technique, you'll get a couple of PDFs and a video, an hour video session of me using it with people, and you can use it for yourself and really get it. So so ralphhavens.com/enlighten up. And all right, you guys, talk to you later.